sort of sage livery just taking to the skies there.
Beautiful.
In 1930, the aircraft returned to Stuttgart and was bought by one Major Hargreaves, who flew it around Britain in connection with his army duties, visiting firing ranges and so on. In time, it ended up with various other owners, including, as I mentioned, Nancy Baggs, and we heard all about her antics from Miss Sue Banbury, who joined us up here on the podium a little while ago.
Klemm, of course, was licensed produced in this country as the Swallow, the BA Swallow. About 50 of them were produced over time, and we did have one here many years ago as a collection aircraft.
We indeed did, yes. Two-seater tandem arrangement, open cockpit. The only way to fly.
Properly qualified people to actually really get involved in aviation. There were lots of people who became involved later on, but Hanns Klemm was one of the first to actually produce aircraft himself. The aircraft's very light wing loading is apparent in the way that it just wobbles about a bit with the thermals and the eddy currents of the winds. It's still perfectly stable, but it just has to react.
Has to be said, during those interwar years, the Germans were exceptional aviation designers and engineers, and encouraging people to take up sports flying. Of course, had military benefits for them come the outbreak of the Second World War.
Well, of course, they weren't allowed powered flight straight after the First World War, and so gliding became very popular, and we'll see an example of that a bit later on today with about the most minimal. They used modern science to get the best.
With aircraft not using the main runway but maximising the grass space available and the current wind conditions.
Right, and your pilot today holds a very distinguished career in military flying, but also was one of the first people in recent history to fly a Tiger Moth from England to Australia. A specially converted machine, and he made it all the way there. I think that was in the 60s. So when he taxis in, do really show your appreciation. And also, while we're waiting for David, just another group to mention. You'll see that when the older aircraft arrive, a bunch of little people clad in white rush out to rescue the aircraft and bring it in safely. I always think of them as the Lilliputians, but they're absolutely crucial because in moving those aircraft it allows others to land safely. So it's a consideration. And they do a fantastic job throughout the day, as you'll see.
Now we're awaiting our next display aircraft. You saw a takeoff a few minutes ago.
Formation taxi.
The North American Mustang P-51.